right, let's talk some hobby update. I haven't done this in a little bit. So, couple things. First off, need terrain and playmat. So, I made this acrylic playmat. And I'll link the video for... Oh, shit. Didn't roll out great. I'm going to have to flatten it out some more. But I will link the video that I kind of learned how to do this, but it's still a very flexible texture, but has some really neat texture on here. Yeah, like it. And then, same day we went and, here, let me crank this up a little bit. Went on to Miscast Terrain and downloaded his templates for ruined buildings and made a bunch of these as well, and that was super fun. And I'll go ahead and I'll put a link to that video, though I imagine most of you have probably seen it because this is a pretty wonderful channel, and he does a lot of really cool training stuff like that. Okay, so I got some terrain. This mat is a 30 by 22, so it's kill team size. I just wanted to test it, and it was rough. I learned some things. You can still see some places where the texture underneath is coming through, but I think it'll be okay. And so I'm gonna make another one of those guys. All right, so painting models. Just to put it in a bit of perspective. So this here, this is the first Space Marine model that I ever painted. Not the Starker Pattern Bolt Gun. I actually painted that later and then pinned it in. You can see where I highlighted the shoulder pad as if it was like that, because I did sub-assemblies, but it was supposed to be like that, messed that up. Edge highlighting is very rough. Yeah, etc. And then this guy right here is the first Reaver that I ever painted. And, yeah. There you go. And then, right there. Just the camera a little bit. So, this guy is the test model that I just painted for my new Reavers. If you're wondering what he's looking up at, it is the Tau Crisis suit that he's going to be shooting in the face. So you can see just, I've made a little bit of progress in my skills since painting this guy, and pretty happy about it. I'm trying out some new ways of painting black armor, and I'm enjoying it. These grab fins are like the worst thing ever. They're on there poorly. I've broken them off like a million times and re-glued them, and I hate them, but I want to be able to put these guys into the atmosphere. So there we go. Here is the my new guy. Oh, hi Cricket. Okay, now still not 100% sure how I'm gonna paint the next set of guys. I did some test shoulder pads. I'm trying out a few more techniques. I ended up doing like 4 things on this guy's armor, and so I don't know really the impact that they had. So here's a black one just to show you, and then here's one kind of rough technique that I was using, and then here is another one. So I think we're gonna end up doing this guy. I'm gonna do another test model, and then I probably will do a video on how I painted the black armor, just so that I will have it to remember for next time if I forget. But if you guys are interested in that, that'll be available. Oh, this is a morning of interruptions. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. I mean, if they all came out looking like this guy, I'd be super happy, but I want to kind of tighten in how I'm doing the black. And I think ultimately the whole zenithal priming thing I'm doing, it just doesn't make it black enough for it to continue to read as black. So we're gonna kind of eschew that scheme for something a little bit more like this, which when you put it up against like straight up black, you can tell it's not the same, but on its own, I think it does read as black. And then I'm also kind of messing around with my next run of snowy ice-based things, and yeah, I'm happy with how that came out. It looks a little dorky looking up like that, but it is what it is. we'll go with it. I'm also using the airbrush on the silver arms, and I'll probably do a quick video on that, but they came out just way smoother than if I do the metallics with a brush. I'm finding that metallics through an airbrush just always look a lot nicer. Okay, that's where I'm at. So I have 3 more of these guys to paint, and then I will actually have my full 48K army. I already had the rule book. I told you guys about that in the last video, about my 40K hobby update, and I have since picked up the Space Marine Codex, which I really enjoyed. A lot of good fluff, a lot of good stuff in there, and I'm going to be able to do a lot of fun stuff with my armies. Like, I will be able to use eliminators and a bunch of other really interesting things. I also downloaded the Death Watch Index, which there's some interesting things to maybe talk about later, but I decided not to because there's a million videos on this you can check out, and then they've already announced that the actual Death Watch supplement is going to be coming out in November, so I may not even actually play a game with the index. It depends on all the timing for me painting and Jason painting, and my son's Death Guard Codex isn't coming out till December, so I'll definitely have my actual Codex supplement for the Death Watch before then, so we'll see. But there are some interesting things with the new way they're doing the kill teams, and looks like they made some changes to black shields and stuff like that, but we'll see if those things still exist in the actual Codex. And there's a few things in here that don't make sense, like if you take your Death Watch veterans as a squad, it's 8 power, but if you take those same 5 dudes and say this is a Proteus kill team, it's only 7 power, so there's a few little wonky things that'll probably get cleared up in the Codex. And if they're not, I'm sure there'll be an FAQ for that Codex, where I don't think they're going to make an FAQ for the Index Astartes Death Watch. And you guys can download this and check it out if you want. But based on this and the information I have in here, once I paint 3 more Reavers, added to the other dudes I showed in the last video, I will have 25 power. So I will have an on patrol army, and I'm pretty excited about that. And right now, between then and probably my first game, I need to make another mat to get the 30x44. Got plenty of terrain with these buildings, plus the stuff I was using before. Got to paint 3 more Reavers, which I'll just build them this week, start painting them up. And then if I have a match before the next Codex, I'll just use the Index Astartes for my veterans, which are the only guys that I would need them for. And if not, I will actually have the Codex supplement, and I will play an official match out of that. And I'm super excited about playing 40K. And things really come together. All right, great. If you guys feel so inclined, why don't you let me know how you've been hobbying down in the comments below, or better yet, why don't you make a video about it, and then I can watch it, and then there's more people making videos about this for those of us that are interested in videos about this. All right, guys, talk to you later.